Welcome back. Over the weekend, Games Workshop revealed quite a lot of stuff for Necromunda. Amongst all of that was the Oris Spyre Hunters. The lads in armour right there. And they look absolutely fantastic. I love these. We're going to talk about the stuff that was revealed over the weekend in a different video. But it's not quite enough that we got to see these shiny, wonderful, mechanical monsters right here. Oh no, Games Workshop decided that what they were going to do was follow that up, do an old 1-2 punch, and reveal even more quality armoured lads and lasses and others. This is another 3 types of Spyre Hunter, and oh, they look so good. They look so good. So the big suits that we saw before, they are heavy armour. They require some significant modification to be able to use them, whereas these, it looks like you might be able to get away with not having your legs chopped off at the knees, which is probably something of a relief for the people in said armour, but they look absolutely fantastic. Now this is stuff that apparently has been around since like 1996 or something. These are the reimagined, redesigned, updated versions of this armour. And much like the other Spyre Hunter suits we just saw, I really, really love just how not fully of the 40k universe these feel. They are very, very different. There is something quite sleek, almost insectoid, kind of organic about the armour. Something that I mentioned during the stream that we did covering the preview was the fact that the Spyre Hunters looked almost a bit Geiger-esque in a way. I think this feels pretty damn similar, to be honest. So we have the Malkadon, Yeld, and Jakara Light Spyres. The Malkadon is a hypermobile brawler with paired claws and web incisors, although they now sport a drop rig and a grapnel launcher stand, may switch the claws for paired toxin whips. The Yeld is a flyer who can pick paired laser gauntlets. Laser gauntlets might be my favourite, like, nonsense thing I've read recently. Laser gauntlets. Well, I mean, to be honest, Missile Gauntlets isn't necessarily any less nonsensical, but for some reason Laser Gauntlets really got me, while Jakara fights with a Mirror Shield and either a Monomolecular Blade or Naga Blade. I'm not going to lie, Monomolecular Blade sounds way cooler. It just does. I'm just, making a judgment call there, I'm making a snap decision. Monomolecular, way cooler of a concept. Although to be fair, I don't know what the other one does, so it could be that actually it does something absolutely insane, which, maybe I'm being too harsh to judge after all. Having laughed at Laser Gauntlet, it's the fact that now that I'm properly registering what's on the flying model, really, yeah, it's exactly what they said. Does what it says on the tin. I can kind of, yeah, fair enough. Oh, they do look so good, though. I love the design of the wings. The wings look fantastic. There's something kind of, like, Vulture reboot about them. The one from Homecoming. I'm kind of getting that sort of feel, but not in a bad way, because I think the design of them is really, really cool. They look like a kind of 50-50 mix of flying aids and also weapons, and I don't necessarily know how much control you're going to get off those wings specifically, but you know what? The rule of cool, it can also apply to things used to get around, and it definitely applies there, because they look awesome. The armour itself looks fantastic. I really like the styling of it. It feels very alien, but in a good way. To be fair, the Van Saar stuff also feels very kind of different to a lot of the 40k universe stuff. It seems less like grimdark and broken down and more like full-on futuristic sci-fi. I think in some ways it lacks that almost signature feel of being old, even though it's in the future. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely terrible way of explaining that. Terrible way of explaining it. But, yeah, we're on the same page, right? Probably not. Anyway, I really, really like these. They look great. The cabling around the shoulders looks fantastic. Again, the kind of segmented look to the armour itself, especially around like the midriff and the chest, looks really, really good. You've got these fun bits of I don't know what it does technology, like those kind of canisters coming out the back of the incredibly cruel and brutal looking claws. Like, those are, I would argue, excessively horrible. The range on them is absolutely insane. It also looks like they can still vaguely function as like a gripping implement, because you've got the joint at the knuckle, then you've got the one a little bit further on. Like, there's still a bit of like grip going on there. What are you gripping though? People's faces off? I'm assuming that's probably what they're going for. I do like the head designs as well. I actually really like the head designs, especially the kind of gas mask thing that the bottom one's got going on. It looks weird, but in a cool way. It does look from the posing like you can pretty much, like, swap and change whatever you put on them. So, right now, the one that's got the wings on, from the poses of the others, I think you could probably put them on all of them, really. I don't see a reason why you couldn't place... I mean, yeah, it works on all 4 of those poses. So, there is a bit of customization going on in there, even if there's only, like... Even if there's only 4. And in fact, we've got... Looking at it, have we got the same pose twice? I feel like we've actually got the same pose twice. The one with the sword and board right there, and the one with the wings, they look super, super similar. So it might be that actually we do have pose repeats. Let's have a quick look and see whether that's the case. The kit comes with 4 bodies, and the armaments are interchangeable for a high degree of posability. Modularity means you can mix and match loadouts to create your leader, a Spyre Hunt Master, skilled in numerous disciplines, and therefore even more of a terror to dispatch. Okay, so not a direct copy from one body to the other, just very similar. I mean, to be honest, I prefer that. I prefer that there's similarity, but them not being exactly the same. I will say that although, as they've said, you can put like whatever loadout on whatever body, I do think you're going to notice repetition fairly quickly on these if you've got them in any sort of numbers. Although I suppose, again, how many points does it cost per Spyro? Like, per Spyro? Per Spyring? No, that's not what I mean. It depends on how much they are for each one. Like, if you've got 4 of these and 2 of those heavy suits, is that an entire gang? In which case, repeated poses won't stand out too much. Then again, are there that many unique poses amongst the other Necromunda gangs? I don't know that there are. I think there's a good number, but I don't think it's a case of every single model is totally unique, if I remember correctly. Might be something to go back and double check, but, I mean, either way, I'm really, really liking these. They feel like their own thing. They've got a similar kind of, you know, proper high-tech, more futuristic feel like the Van Saar gang do compared to all the others, but at the same time, they don't just look like Van Saar units. They look like their own thing. And again, a huge amount of that comes down to the design of the armour, which I think looks absolutely fantastic. So there you go, a nice little surprise this Monday, because I wasn't expecting a reveal. I honestly wasn't. I thought, you know, over the weekend we had the AOS one, and then we had the, like, 40k Legions Imperialis, Necromunda, and Horus Heresy. That was the other one. Oh, yeah, Plastic Admech. Yeah, we will cover that tomorrow morning, because... oh god, the damage to the wallet and the bank account is absolutely horrendous. But yeah, these look fantastic. I'm really, really, really liking these. They may end up in the pile of potential. Not shame. There's no shame. Pile of potential. Oh, sorry, I just distracted myself because I just realised I'm still wearing the goddamn... Look, it's not a prop for, like, recording the videos. I normally take this off when I record, but I'm painting tanks, and there's like streaking grime and enamels and stuff, and I've spilt that on myself before, and it does not do clothing any favours. I don't want that. I don't want it. I'm not deliberately attempting to rip off Jay from Eons of Battle. I happened to be wearing it when I saw the thing. Look, that was a massive tangent at the end. No one cared. No one needed to know it. So we're going to stop there. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.